Hello and welcome to another edition of Trotsky or Bust. Today's September 1st. It's Friday and the eve of Labor Day weekend. Labor Day, if ever there was a holiday that Trotskyists would love, it's this one. Anyhow, what I'd like to talk to you about today is, as the title suggests, uh, California Senator Kamala Harris, who recently came out for single payer. And what's interesting about it is so many online liberals are so thrilled by this. Oh well, you know, uh, she's come out, and that's a good thing. It's like it means anything. It means nothing. Okay, uh, corrupt politicians are always one donation away from doing the wrong thing. And Kamala Harris is no different. There's a reason she was at the Hamptons raising money. It's because they know she can be bought and will be bought. Okay, why is everyone praising Democrats for doing the right thing at long last? No, no, don't praise them for this. They don't deserve it. You know, we, we can't give them any, slightest piece of belief that they can fool us in any way. Kamala Harris, the Democrats cannot fool us. They need to go. The dustbin of history awaits. That's where they need to go. They're not going to change. They're always going to take the corporate money and do the corporate bidding. Kamala Harris is, she's just another one of them. And the sad thing is, I start wondering about my leftist brothers and sisters online. I mean, are they this naive? Are they corrupt? And I don't think they're corrupt, but come on, really? You're going to praise her for this? For this? For just coming out for single payer? And they're saying, oh, well, we can trust her on this one because she's not taking money from insurance companies yet. She can always change once she gets the nomination. She can always change once she gets into office. Clinton did. I mean, the Clintons were going to give us health care. And then they got money from the health insurance companies, and and now healthcare is pie in the sky. Okay, we're allowed to oppose Kamala Harris. Doesn't mean we're racist or sexist. This whole thing started in the 1930s when we had the New Deal, and back then you had a lot of Democrats from the South, Bullwinkle Democrats. The reason they were Democrats is because Lincoln was a Republican, as well as all the carpetbaggers that came after him were Republicans. So the Republican Party had no chance in the South for over 100 years. FDR used a lot of these Bullwinkle Democrats to vote for the economic policies of the 1930s that helped get us out of the Depression. Helped. In the end, we got out by the massive spending that World War II caused. Then came the 60s. And the 60s, there were a civil rights movement. John Kennedy obviously worked on that, very good. Then came LBJ. LBJ was one of those Bullwinkle Democrats, and he showed that you can be for civil rights and for economic populism. The two are not mutually exclusive, quite the contrary. Okay, minorities benefit from economic populism. They benefit from the programs of the Great Society, benefited and are benefiting from the programs of the Great Society. The two are not mutually exclusive. It's just that the corporatists found a way to divide us. And that's what the Clintons did, where if, if you're for economic populism, then you must be against civil rights, which is nonsense. Bernie Sanders was for both. He worked for civil rights as a young man and throughout his career in Congress, and he was also for economic populism, as did FDR, as did LBJ. The Clintons actually the opposite. They were not only are they against economic populism, they're the ones who did the crime bill. Okay, Hillary was all for that. She was talking about the I can't even remember now. It just slips my mind. She took money from the private prison lobby, you know, And she couldn't care less about civil rights. All the Clintons care about is the Clintons, and so the two are not mutually exclusive. Um, one thing there is, we cannot look at this single payer as the litmus test because anybody can lie about it. Okay, as is Kamala. Exactly what Kamala Harris is doing right now? She's just lying, and Cory Booker, and they're all going to start claiming to be in favor of it, and they're all going to lie. Okay, there's should be only one litmus test, and it's one that you can't lie about. It's money in politics. Who's financing your campaign? Are you taking money from the small donors? Or are you taking from the large donors? If you're taking from the large donors, you are corrupt. You're not going to change. You're not going to work for us. We have to view that as the litmus test. And it's a very easy litmus test for an honest politician to pass, except, how many honest politicians are there? You can count them on one hand. And that's the problem. That's the problem they're all having, and you're going to see one after another. They're all going to claim to be for a single payer and whatever we tell them, but they won't be able to pass this litmus test. Money in politics. Okay, being against Citizens United is not enough. You have to do it the hard way. Collect, these small donations, be it $27 or whatever, but you can't go to the Hamptons and collect money and then claim you're for a single payer. You're not. She's not. Okay, one donation from the health insurance companies can fix that. And then we all know that. All right, so happy Labor Day. Too bad it wasn't May 1st, but hey, we'll take what we can get. It's really hot here in Southern California, but it's California. I guess it should be hot. Usually it's not. Usually it's cool in the summertime. It's perfect weather, but September can get hot. All right. Happy Labor Day.